So in this session we will study the factors which are affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. So we will see the list of all factors. These factors are the nature of the reactants, concentration of the reactants, temperature of the system, presence of catalyst, surface area, radiation. These are some of the factors which is affecting the rate of chemical reactions. Let us see how each factor is affecting the rate of chemical reactions. Nature of reactant. So here in this factor, the reacting space is always play an important role in influencing the rate of a reactions. How they are influencing? So it can influence, it can increase the reactions fast, it can increase the reactions slow, or it can make a moderate. So it can make any type of nature of reaction, slow, fast, or moderate. So under these categories, actually we have taken two types. One is the chemical state of the reactant, as second we are taking the physical state of the reactant. So these are the physical state, chemical state. How physical state of the reactant is affected by the rate of reactions. So physical state means state we have gaseous state, liquid state, solid state. So in case of gaseous state, molecules are very freely, they are moving to randomly moving to here and there. So intermixing is more. So there is a more effective collision. So here effective collision among the molecules are more. And in case of solid state, the reactants interact only on the surfaces. So collisions between the molecules are not that much effective. And in liquid state, there is an intermediate between the gaseous state as well as the solid state. So rate of the reaction is decreasing from gas to solid. It's like this. Say like this. Similarly, in the heterogeneous systems, what happens? The reactant rate of reaction is less as compared to the homogeneous systems. Okay. So why is less effective? Because in liquid phase or solution phase, reactions will be faster or the similar to homogeneous reaction, but the same concentration of the reactants are taken. If you take the similar concentration of the reactants, then liquid phase or solution phase reaction will be faster as compared to the heterogeneous systems. Region is same, that is the system is heterogeneous effective collisions. Second is the chemical state of the reactant. So under this heading, so let us take the two reactions. This NO2 is reacting with the oxygen to give NO2, and methane is reacting with the oxygen CO2 with water. And in this case, the reaction 1, this is the reaction number 1, this is faster than the reaction number 2 at the same temperature. So if you take the constant temperature or similar temperature, the reaction 1 will be faster. Why this NO2 is reacting with the oxygen is fastly? Why it is reacting fastly? Why it is reacting slowly? So if you see these reactions, it depends upon the specific nature of the reactor. What is specific nature? NO consists of double bond, like this is. So this is NO. It has a one bond, or you can see it is a two bond which is undergoing reaction. Only one bond is undergoing reaction. So this is the converting into NO2. So NO2 is converting NO2. So only one bond is undergoing breaking off. But in case of methane, what happens? All the four bonds is being broken and converted into carbon dioxide. So here more energy is required, here less energy required. So NO2 is one bond breaking, here four bonds breaking. So here more time taken, here less time to be taken. So NO2 is converted to nitric oxide, and similarly third is this example is there. So NO2 is reacting with the oxygen, this is NO2, and carbon monoxide is converting with the oxygen with CO2. And in this case again reaction 3 is faster than 4. 4 is a slow reaction. Why? Because NO is the weaker bond and carbon monoxide is the stronger bond. So again what happens? This activation energy depends upon the chemical nature of the reactants. If the activation energy is less than the reaction will take place faster. If the activation is high, the reaction rate will slow. So why this is slow reaction 4? Because the activation energy is high, and why this is high? Because activation energy is low. So if activation energy is less, then the reaction will be faster, and if activation energy is more, then reaction becomes slow. We will learn all these things in the coming topics about the activation energy. We have one more example, like permanganate is reacting with this iron, and this reaction is fast, converting to Fe plus to Fe3 plus. And the second reaction, this again this permanganate is reacting with the oxalate to giving Mn2 plus and CO2. So this reaction is slow. This reaction is so slow, so we require here heating. Here we don't require heating. So again what happens? The reaction 2 is heating is required, because during the titration, this is the titration reactions with the same result, because the reaction is slow, and the pink color of this permanganate will be so going disappearing very slowly. On after heating it becomes faster, otherwise it will be slow reaction. So these are the some examples. So thus, if the same concentration of the similar reactants are taken in the two reactions and the temperature also kept the same, the rates of these two reactions are still different. So it is very clear. So if you take the same concentration of the similar reactants then in the two reactions and the temperature is also kept constant, then the rates of these two reactions will be different. Why? Because they have the different nature of the reducing agent. So they have two different nature reducing agents. One is the iron, one is the auxiliary ion. So net energy involved are different for different reactions. Hence the rates are different. So this is the main reasons, because the net energy involved are different for the different reactions. Let us go to second factor, that is called concentration of the reactant. So under this heading, what happens? The experimentally it is seen that the rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration. Proportional to concentration means if you increase if the concentration increases, the rate of reaction increases. If the concentration decreases, the rate of the reaction decreases. You can see here from the graph that there is a reactant decreasing up to infinity, and this is increasing. The graph is goes like this. So this is the reaction concentration versus time graph, and the more the concentration brings more frequent collisions between the reacting species, thereby increasing the number of effective collisions, and which bring the chemical chain. So more concentration will what happen? More it will more increase the collisions, frequent collisions, and there will be more chemical chain. And in gas phase reactions, what happens? The rate of reactions is again proportional to the pressure change in pressure of the gases. So with increase in pressure, what happens? The number of molecules per unit volume increases, and therefore the rate of reaction also increases. The next factor is our temperature. So temperature also plays a very important role in the rate of reactions, because we know that the kinetic energy of the gas molecule is proportional to the absolute temperature. If your temperature increases, then the kinetic energy of the molecule also increases. So it has a very significant effect on the rate of chemical reaction. The rise of temperatures not only increases speed of the reactions, but in many cases it actually initiates the reactions, which is observed experimentally. So it is also experimentally that in many cases it initiates the reaction also. So this effect of temperature is independent of the nature of the reactions, whether it is exothermic or endothermic, and in general the reaction rate of the reaction becomes approximately, I am repeating once again, the reaction rate of the reaction, it becomes approximately double for every 10 degree rise in temperature. It means if you increase the 10 degree centigrade or 10 degree rise in temperature, the rate of the reaction will be double. So this is based on some experimental fact that we will see in the later part of the topic. So our next factor is the presence of catalyst. So these catalysts, these are the substances which influence the rate of a chemical reaction without being consumed in a chemical chain. So we have two types of catalyst. One is called positive catalyst, and second is negative catalyst. Positive catalyst means they will increase the rate of reaction, means they will lower the activation energy. So reaction rate of is high. And if the catalyst is negative, so they will decrease the rate of reactions. So in this case, what happens? Activation energy of that reacting substance is more, and it becomes slower, as we have seen in the previous examples. So when the activation energy is lower, so under these conditions, large number of reacting molecules are able to cross the energy barrier. So they have to cross the energy barrier, that is called activation energy, and hence the rate of reactions increases. And in case of negative catalyst, what happens? The activation energy increases, and due to why a large number of reacting molecules do not cross this energy barrier, therefore the rate of reaction decreases. So this is the reason of decreasing and increasing of rate of chemical reactions. In case of reversible reaction, a catalyst always help to attain the equilibrium quickly without disturbing the state of equilibrium. So already we have seen this phenomena in the chemical equilibrium chapters. And again, catalyst never increase or decrease the amount of the product formed in the reaction. So this you have to keep in mind, that catalyst never increase or decrease the amount of the product formed in the chemical reaction. Next factor is our surface area. So if the surface area is more, then the rate of reaction is more. Like for example, in finely divided states or powder states, surface area is more. So what happens? The greater number of reactant molecules come in contact with the area and participate in the reaction. For example, a log of wood, when burns, it always burns as compared to the chips or sawdust form. because they burn very fast. So why? Because their surface area is more and their surface area is more. So a log of wood always burns slowly, while the sawdust or compared chips, they will burn faster because their surface area is more. Another factor is our effect of radiation. So rate of reaction enhanced by the absorption of quantum energy, that is the of radiation. So this absorption of quantum energy radiations also increases the rate of reactions. For example, H2 plus CH2, hydrogen plus chloride, in presence of sunlight, it will give you HCl. So this reaction is slow in dark, but this reaction fast in light, because they will provide some extra quantum of energy, and which facilitates the breaking of the bonds of the reactant. There are other photochemical reactions like this one. Acetone in presence of sunlight, it will convert to C2H6 and carbon monoxide. Similarly, ammonia in presence of sunlight will give you N2 plus H2. Like hydrogen peroxide, in presence of sunlight, it will give you H2 plus. So these are the general reactions which is undergoing the effect of radiations. In a photochemical reaction, the rate is independent of temperature, but it depends on the intensity of the light. So intensity of light also affect. So there are some other points how rate of reactions is varied with time in different cases. So in following cases, so you can see here, this is the case of irreversible reaction as we have seen it. And the irreversible reaction, the concentration of the reactant is decreasing up to infinity. In the same time, this concentration time graph, the concentration of the product is also increasing. So this two graph is going exponentially. But if you take the reversible reactions, so in these cases, what happens, the equilibrium, the reactions after it is the concentration of reactant is decreasing and concentration of product is increasing, but after some time the concentration of the reactant and the concentration of reactant product becomes constant, as it looks like the reaction has been stopped, but the reaction is not stopped. The reaction rates becomes equal, the reaction is still going on. This we have seen it. And there is one more case like a homogeneous autocatalyst reactions. So in this what happens, this is the ester, this is the hydrolysis ester. So what happens, initially the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration. Concentration means the reaction. So this reaction is more, so this will convert into acetic acid and plus ethanol. But later on what happens, the rate of reaction increases with the progress of reaction. When the reaction is increasing, the rate of reaction automatically increases. Why? Because this acetic acid will act as a autocatalyst, and it will again make the rate of reaction faster. So these are the some causes which promotes the rate of reaction, which or decrease the rate of reactions.